What it do? What it do? What's good with it? Y'all already know what it is. When you come in the building, smash on that like button. And then jump in the comments and let me know you in the building. What's happening with it? We got my man 817 Boxing B in the building. What's popping with it? 817. We got Daryl Deloach in the building. What's happening with it? James, what's good? My man Kwame East, Mr. Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. What's happening with it, Kwame? Yeah. Batman, what's good with it, Batman? Yeah, we gonna have another hell of a show for y'all today. And when you come in the building, like I said, smash on that like button. Let me know that you in the building. The Assassin DLJ, what's popping with it? Yeah. Marcus Hayes, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, yes, sir. Man, Pooh Dangles, what's happening with it? Salute. I ain't seen you in a minute, homie. Yeah, so yeah, we gonna have a great show. We got a lot to talk about today. You know, so like I said, when you come in the building, make sure that you hit the like button before you do anything, and then jump in the comments and let me know that you in the building for sure. Sal Hamilton, what's happening with it? What's good with it? Man, I ain't been on Facebook and did no show in a long. I ain't did no show on Facebook in a long time. I'm on every day. Sal, shit, we cooking over here every day. Young Merv, the cut man, what's happening with it? Salute, Rolling Red, what's good with it? What's good with it? Terry Sands, what's happening with it? He come from that East Oakland in the building. Hell yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so we got a lot to talk about. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about. Did any of y'all watch that Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz fight camp? Any of y'all see that? I was watching that Charles Martin and Luis Ortiz fight camp yesterday, and man, I didn't know that Charles Martin didn't start boxing until he was like 22. I didn't know that shit. Did y'all know that Charles Martin did not start boxing until he was 22? Now, me knowing that now, I got a whole different outlook on Charles Martin. To not box and not start until you 22 and have the fundamentals that he got, that says a lot, because he got good fundamentals for not starting boxing until the age of 22. You know, Sheena, what's going on with it, Queen? So that's kind of amazing to me for him to, you know, have those fundamentals that he got, and he ain't been boxing, and he just started boxing at 22. I think he like, what is Charles Martin, like 36 now? I think he might be like 36 now. But yeah, that shit cold. Anybody watch that? Did any of y'all watch that? Did anybody watch that that Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz fight camp? It was cool. It was pretty cool. You know, yeah, Daryl DeLoach, I'm telling you, yeah. A lot of people didn't know that. A lot of people didn't know that Charles Martin didn't start boxing until he was 22. You know, I think it's gonna be a good fight. I don't think it's the Charles Martin versus Luis Ortiz is gonna be an action-packed fight because they styles. You know what I'm saying? Charles Martin, he got kind of a boring style, and then Luis Ortiz, he can have a boring style. You know, if you moving away from him, and you know, sometimes Luis Ortiz, I didn't see him in a few boring fights. You know, but both of them, they both had a long layoff, so I don't know, man. It's just Mr. Pass, what's happening with it? James was good. Phil J 508, what's happening with it? I don't know. I don't know. You know, Sal Hamilton say Ortiz gonna kill him. You think so? I don't know, man. It's hard for me to say in this fight because Ortiz is old. You know what I'm saying? Ortiz is almost 43 years old. Mr. Paz, man, I missed the game, bro. Man, I hated I missed that game last night. The game they win is the game I miss. Nitty G, what's happening with it? Votes UK. My man, DP Rocket in the building. Yeah, so I don't know, man. I got Luis Ortiz winning the fight, but I don't know about I don't know in what fashion he gonna win because man, I don't know what fashion he gonna win in because it's really hard to say what fashion Luis Ortiz is gonna win in because if Charles Martin beat him, it will be a surprise, but it ain't gonna be too big of a surprise because he old. You know what I'm saying? He's 43 years old and he ain't been active. And the last time we seen Luis Ortiz, see, y'all forgot about that. The last time we seen him in there with a straight cab driver. And remember, the dude took a fall. The dude just went in there to get a payday, and he took a fall. Remember, Luis Ortiz went around like he hit him in the body, but dude blocked the body shot, so it didn't even land. You know what I'm saying? Luis Ortiz landed with his forearm, and the dude blocked the whole body shot, and he just went down and was acting like he was fucking about to die. So Luis Ortiz really ain't had a fight in years. You know what I'm saying? He's had a fight camp, but he ain't really had a fight in years. Let's see, because that last fight, that shit don't count. Let's see when the last time Luis Ortiz had a fight, like a real fight. I think the last time he had a real fight was versus Wilder. But let's see. I'm gonna pull his box rec up right now. I'm going for Luis Ortiz for sure though. But his last fight, he was looking flabby. Come on, y'all gonna act like y'all didn't see Luis Ortiz looking flabby in his last fight. He ain't look like he did in the Wilder fight. He fought some dude named Alexander Flores, who was 18-3 and all his losses came by knockout. So Luis Ortiz really ain't had no fight since 2019, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You dig what I'm saying? He really ain't had no fight since 2019. My man, let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. My man, and y'all smash on the like button. You know, y'all hit the like button. It don't even cost nothing. Hit the like button if you ain't hit the like button yet. So let me see. Nitty G says criminal the way these heavyweights duck Luis Ortiz. Yeah, that shit a damn shame, man. That shit a shame. That shit is a damn shame how they duck Luis Ortiz. But now, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much over with and done with. You know, now he's about to be 43 years old in March. I think he'll be 43 in March. And yeah, man, he on his last leg. It really, like I said, he really ain't had no fight since 2019 when he fought Deontay Wilder. So that's really a long layoff. Like I said, that fight that he had when dude came in there and laid down and faked like he got hit, that shit don't count to me. But let's pull up Charles Martin. I know Charles Martin ain't really been that active neither, though. And Charles Martin, you know that he ain't in shape all the time neither. Charles Martin last fight was against Gerald Washington. So it'll be a year. It'll be about a year, you know what I'm saying? Almost a year. A little less than a year, but it'll be almost a year since he got in the ring. But he been active. So they both been inactive. You know what I'm saying? They both been inactive. But the one thing that Charles Martin do have over Luis Ortiz is he has a big age advantage. And I'm looking to see if that come into play. I'm looking to see if Luis Ortiz has slowed down a lot, because it's hard when you get to 42 years old to get in these training camps, especially if you're not active, if you just sitting around and you ain't fought in 2 years, really. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be real interesting to see what he looking like. Joe the Beast, what's happening with it? What's good with it? Leon Robinson, what's happening with it? Young Merv, the cut man in the building. Cali Fire, what's happening with it? Salute. Yeah, I heard about, man. Yeah, John Madden passed. That's crazy, man. John Madden passed. Yeah, a true legend. John Madden was a real legend in the game, right? What kid, you know what I'm saying? If you was a boy, what kid didn't grow up playing Madden? Even adults, even through adulthood, who didn't play Madden? You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember I started my first John Madden video game I got was in, I think it was 91 or not. No, was it? I think I had John Madden 1990 or something like that. That was the first. That's when I first started playing John Madden football, way back then. Yeah. So I remember when back in the day with the Cowboys, I used to pick the Cowboys, right? And I picked Emmitt Smith. And y'all remember, y'all could rack up like shit. You can get like 1,000 yards rushing in a game. All you had to do is run all the way back to the end zone, circle all the way around the defense, and then you to the house every time. You to the house every time. Then I remember when like Madden 95, I think, and not Madden 96 came out. I remember I used to put Deion Sanders in as running back. Couldn't nobody fuck with me. When I first started putting Prime in as running back when he was still with the Falcons on like the early Maddens, could nobody stop him. I outrun their whole defense. Yeah, but Madden has changed a lot. Like Madden changed up to like that shit. You gotta really, really know strategy, and that shit really real now. It ain't like it used to be. It came a long ways. But shout out to the late great John Madden. Yeah, man. I remember when that hit stick came, bro. Niggas was down there breaking their controller trying to hit niggas with that hit stick. Cortez Bowl says, he said, my dad's 76 and he been playing since Sega Genesis days, and I got my money on him versus anybody in Madden. Yeah, man. I used to be cold in Madden. I actually won a Madden tournament back in I think it was like 2009 or 8 or something. I won, but shit, I can't. I don't have time to play it no more, so I can't keep up. You know what I'm saying? That shit left me a few years ago. You gotta really to be able to be good on Madden now. You gotta really have time to sit down and really, you know what I'm saying, be playing that shit all the time. I remember shit. I like my best Madden intro was the one when they had it. I think it was T.O. on the cover with the Falcons, but in the intro it had Brian Dawkins and all them in there. We got all day, baby. Yeah, we got all day. We got all day, baby. I mean, I used to be playing niggas all in their ear the whole time. Every time I score, yeah, we got all day, baby. Batman said John Madden Sega Genesis. Yeah, that's when it really started for me. I really started fucking with John Madden heavy. Like when I really started playing it is the John Madden. I think it was 92. That's when I really started getting into it. But yeah. Y'all hit the like button. 817 said you always on the sticks, but you ain't got no PlayStation 5. If you had a PlayStation 5, I'd get on there and whoop you. You know what I'm saying? I'll dust the motherfucking, I'll dust off my PlayStation 5 and get on there and whoop you just so I can come over here and tell everybody I whooped you. You know what I'm saying? But if once you get a PlayStation 5, hey, 817, don't talk to me when you're around the corner. Talk to me when you're on my block. Hey. Okay. All right, 817. Instagram, inbox me your gamer tag, and I'm gonna add you, and I'm gonna get on the sticks, and I'm gonna practice just so I can get in your ass. And whoever else wanted too. We gonna do this in the good name of the late great John Madden. You know what I'm saying? We gonna do it in the good name of the late great John Madden. Inbox me because I ain't got no pen to write it down. Yeah, inbox me. Yeah. Whoever else wants to smoke, if you got a PlayStation 5, just let me know. You know, I'll bring it out. Okay. The Assassin DLJ, inbox me on Instagram. You can get it too. If inbox me on Instagram, you can get it too. Give me like a day or two to sharpen up on my skills, and anybody can get it. Like I said, I ain't been on it in a long time, so yeah. It's gonna go down for sure. Money Brown, ask Money Brown about me. Yeah. The new Madden, do I got the new Madden? Yeah. The 20. It's straight. Yeah, it's better than the last one. I only played it a couple times though, but it's better than the last one for sure. But yeah. Let's go ahead and get in this boxing. Let's get into this boxing talk. Y'all give me a second. Hold on. If anybody wants smoke, inbox me, y'all gamer tags on you know what I'm saying? My Instagram is right there. Inbox me your gamer tags and we can get it popping. That's ain't nothing else. And y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? These likes, y'all get the likes up for real. Get the likes up. You know what I'm saying? Because we about to start cooking, so get the likes up. The first thing I want to cook on, y'all, is let's talk about this Tyson Fury situation that's going down. You know what I'm saying? So we know that Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte were supposed to fight each other next, right? We know that they were supposed to fight each other next, right? And so, you know, it ain't no fight that I was really looking forward to. I wasn't really tripping on seeing Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte fight, because I mean Dillian Whyte, he's some shit to me, but they were supposed to fight next. Dillian Whyte been the mandatory for a long time, and so you know they was trying to get the deal done. Now Bob Arum come and he says it ain't no way that Tyson Fury and Dillian Whyte is fighting next. Now we all know that Dillian Whyte had Tyson Fury in he had him going through court, you know what I'm saying, in arbitrary court, right? So they going through that whole situation. Now they was trying to get a deal done with Dillian Whyte, and they said they were trying to pay Dillian Whyte like $5-6 million guaranteed plus some backside. But you know, they said that Dillian Whyte is trying to price himself out, right? He said that Dillian Whyte is asking for 10 million, right? Starting at 10 million. You know what I'm saying? He's starting at $10 million. Guaranteed. That's what he wants. He's starting at 10 mil. So Bob Arum is like, hey, Dillian Whyte, nobody wants to see Dillian Whyte. We're not paying him no $10 million. We trying to get the man paid. We trying to give him $5-6 million guaranteed. That's way more money than he ever made. But he asking for 10 plus mil to start off. So he's saying that he feels that that Dillian Whyte is doing that because he don't have no chance in beating Tyson Fury, and he trying to get basically cash out. He trying to basically cash himself out because he know this is his last, right? This is his last big fight that he ever gonna be able to get. This is what Bob Arum is saying, right? So I look at the situation and I'm like, damn, because at first I'm hearing it and I'm like, man, here go Tyson Fury again with the bullshit where somebody got to take him to court. Because we know the whole situation that happened with Deontay Wilder, right? And so I'm looking at it like, damn, somebody got to take this man to court again? Like, shit, we going through the whole thing again. But then he started talking about the man is demanding 10 mil, and he said that's a start. He's starting at 10 mil and probably going to try to go up from there and the back end money. So I'm like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He got a point. Dillian Whyte is definitely trying to price himself out because, bro, you ain't even, who has Dillian Whyte ever beat? Like, real talk. What has Dillian Whyte ever done but get knocked out by an old ass Povetkin, right? Get knocked out by Anthony Joshua, and then like you really ain't never beat nobody, bro. He hasn't done nothing. To me, it's guys that actually, I know he been a mandatory for a long time, but it's dudes that actually deserve to be in front of him. Like, to me, he's a middle of the pack heavyweight fighter. I can name 10 heavyweights probably off the rip that I think could go in there and beat the shit out of Dillian Whyte. Votes UK say Parker is probably the best name on his resume. And Parker, to me, Parker's not, like, he's a middle of the pack type of heavyweight to me. It's some young guns that'll knock off Dillian Whyte and Parker. Like, if they get in the ring right now, Big Baby Jaron Anderson will beat the shit out of Dillian Whyte and Parker probably in the same night. So this man asking for 10 mil, like he acting like he's on Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua or Deontay Wilder level. Bro, ain't nobody finna give you $10 million. So basically what they saying they gonna do, right? They saying they absolutely not gonna pay him the money that he asking for, right? So, and they saying that basically he was probably gonna have to get if he like with the other route that they take, they say he's probably gonna get like a 80-20 split, something like that, 75-25 split. But I mean, for Dillian Whyte, that's cool. That's cool. You get an opportunity to be in a big fight. You still get more money than you ever had, right, in your whole career. So he ain't on that level. It's like he got to look at the situation like anybody out there, right? You ain't finna beat Tyson Fury. And then they put you in the ring with any of these other dudes on the top level. You can't beat them. He can't beat Andrew Ruiz. I don't think Dillian Whyte can beat Andrew Ruiz. The motherfucker too sloppy. He uncoordinated. And yeah, he got some pop, but that's just it. So, so that fight don't look like it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? They saying that Tyson Fury just take a fight without the WBC belt on the line if he has to, right? He'll take the fight without the WBC belt on the line, and he'll defend the Ring Magazine. And now the Ring Magazine title, you're not paying no sanctioning fees because it ain't really a title like that. So you're not really paying no sanctioning fees or none of that shit. So that's an upside for him. He don't have to pay no sanctioning fees if he defend the Ring Magazine. And he said that, one of the top opponents that they looking at is Andrew Ruiz. Andrew Ruiz versus Tyson Fury. Could this fight be next? Free Smoke, what's happening with it? Smooth Groove Boxing, straight from that Oak Cliff. What's happening with it, Smooth Groove? As Smooth Groove said, he looking for a way out. Nah, see, he trying to price himself out. So basically, what he doing is like, I agree with Bob Arum on this. He know he can't beat none of these big dogs. He know he's not a big draw because he can't cross over and be a draw in America. And really, if you're a heavyweight, you see what Tyson Fury did. You have to be able to cross over, and you got to be able to be a draw in the States, right? You got to be able to be a draw over here. Tyson Fury, now he did that with the help of Deontay Wilder. You feel me? So they don't look at Dillian Whyte. Dillian Whyte is never going to be that crossover attraction. He's going to have to stay right there, right in the UK. And so they looking at him like, bro, what are we going to get $10 million to pay you for? You're not even a big attraction. You can't even cross over and be a star in America. So how are we going to pay you $10 million? So basically, he know that. And he know he can't beat none of these top dogs. So he wants to basically, you know what I'm saying, he trying to get the most bang for his buck and pretty much call it a day. And be the middle of the pack motherfucking, I don't know, I wouldn't even say a gatekeeper. I'd say a journeyman, because that's what he going to end up. You know what I'm saying? He going to be a middle of the pack journeyman type of fighter. And he knows that. And y'all smash the like button. You know what I'm saying? If y'all ain't hit the like, let me check these likes. Because obviously they not sending out my notifications today. I could clearly see that. They not sending out most of my notifications. People not getting them. So y'all hit the like button. You know what I'm saying? Smash on the like button. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people in here that ain't hit the like button. Hit the like button. So I would like to see, I would much rather, to tell you the truth, I would much rather see Andrew Ruiz versus Tyson Fury. I would love to see that fight. That's a much better fight. Andrew Ruiz versus Tyson Fury is a much better fight than fucking slew-footed, you know what I'm saying, uncoordinated Dillian Whyte. Straight up. Votes UK say this is how we know Whyte is a fraud. He's finally getting his shot after 1 million days. After 1 million days, and he pulling this BS. Right. Sheena says, you're right. No notification. I'm glad I checked. Yeah, they haven't been sending out my notifications lately. Right. A lot of people been hitting me up saying, bro, I didn't even know you did a show today. Like, why you ain't been on? So I know they haven't been sending out my notifications. My man, Renee Box Young, what's happening with it? Salute. J.A. Dixon, what's good with it? Ball, what's popping with it? Polo Sports Talk Entertainment said the heavyweight division is dried up. I wouldn't say all that. It ain't what it was now that we don't know if Wilder's gonna continue to fight or he gonna retire. And I say this about Wilder, you know, real quick about Wilder. If you are contemplating retiring, I say go ahead and retire. Maybe get one more fight in. You know what I'm saying? One more fight in. And if it's one more fight, to me, I want to see Wilder knock out Dillian Whyte. Or a big baby Jared, not big baby Jared Anderson, big baby Miller, Jarrell Miller. You know what I'm saying? Either one of those two, because they got personal bad blood. I would love to see Wilder in his career with knocking out either one of the two and then call it a day. You know what I'm saying? You've done everything you set out to do and a whole lot more in your career. So, yeah, like you said, he don't even know if he's going to get back in the ring or not. So if you got that on your mind, you pretty might as well just, call it a day. You did everything. You don't got nothing else to prove. Tyson Fury, he proved he was, the better man. And that's what it is. Can't nobody else beat Tyson Fury. You know what I'm saying? And that's a fact. None of these other dudes can beat Tyson Fury right now. So, yeah. And like I said, y'all smash the like button. Coach in the building, what's happening with it? Stan92 says, better retire one fight too early than one fight too late. I support Deontay Wilder either way. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's right. So, as far as Dillian Whyte, I really don't care what he do. I would love to see him get knocked out by Deontay Wilder, but Andy Ruiz and Tyson Fury is a much better fight. Much better fight. I think that Tyson Fury probably stops Andy Ruiz. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll stop Andy Ruiz. What y'all think? Would y'all like to see Andrew Ruiz versus Tyson Fury, and how y'all see that fight playing out? Let me get y'all comments in the comment section. How y'all see that playing out? Let me know how y'all see that playing out. My man, boxing matchups with Dwayne Freeman. What's happening with it? Boston George says Andy has a new camp. He might be more dangerous. I don't think he got enough for Tyson Fury though. Smooth Groove said he gonna stop Andy Ruiz. Boxing matchups, Dwayne Freeman said Tyson win by cheat in late rounds. Coach say Ruiz will get best, but he said Ruiz will get best up, too small, beat up. I think he meant beat up. Yeah, I think Tyson Fury beat the shit out of Andy Ruiz. He too small. You know what I'm saying? He's too small for him. Real talk. Bo says anything is possible. I think Fury will beat that shit jumping on me. Hold on. Let me go back to the comment. He says anything is possible. I think Fury will be caught slacking against Ruiz. The most attention and excited for Fury was against Deontay Wilder. So you think that, you know what I'm saying, like he got up for the Wilder fights and he ain't gonna be able to get up for Andrew Ruiz, and he gonna get caught basically slipping in his training and shit? I don't know. I don't see him doing that with Sugar Hill. Even though he coming in damn near 300 pounds, he been on this shit with Sugar Hill. Robert Magnum say Fury by KO. 817 says he said it's an okay fight. Fury wins, I think he meant in 8. Fury winning about round 8. My man Ralph Estrada, what's happening with it, Ralph? He says Fury straight outbox Ruiz, Fury unanimous decision. So you think that Ruiz will be able to take it all away with Fury? I think that Andrew Ruiz, if Fury fought Andrew Ruiz like he do Wilder and put his weight on him and push him back and do all that fucking rough inside shit, I think he'll wear Andrew Ruiz down fast too, and then knock him out in the later rounds. Stan 92 says Ruiz gets cooked by Fury. He looked shaky in his last fight versus Areola. Yeah. And that's another thing, right? He looked real shaky in his last fight versus Chris Areola, right? And he got hurt a couple times. But see, the thing is with that being said, Tyson Fury is a much better fighter than Chris Areola. Younger and more athletic. Defense is better. Movement is better. All of that shit. He gonna fuck Andrew Ruiz up. That's what I think. Munir Khan, what's happening with it? He said he watch it all the way from Birmingham, England. Salute to you. Salute to you all the way from the UK. Hey, Sheena, the Queen Sheena say Andy is doping, but he's too short and too sloppy. I'm hearing you. I feel you on that. He might be. Y'all think Andrew Ruiz, he's shooting them needles up in his ass? I don't know. He ain't got caught, so I can't say he is, but that's, a lot of speculation going on. I ain't gonna put that, I'm not gonna put it on Andy Ruiz and say that he doping, but hey, I can't put it past him, but he ain't never been caught, so I can't really say that. Roland Red says if Fury can't take Wilder's power, who can beat him? if Fury can take Wilder's power, who can beat him? Yeah. And you know, Fury recovered fast. He might not have the best chin in the world, but when you hit Fury, he recovers fast. And he talked about that. He was like, yeah, he admitted it. He was like, I don't have the best chin in the world. He was like, but I have amazing recovery time. He was like, if I get hurt, I recover super fast. And what I don't know how he does it, but he do it. Lee Drake Stevens says it's a boring fight. You think Andrew Ruiz and Tyson Fury is a boring fight? I don't see that being no boring fight. I actually like that fight. I like that fight. John Wayne says Ruiz beats Fury because he low to the ground and he hit hard. Oh man, I mean, I respect your opinion. I don't see it, but I respect it. Munir Khan says Fury got a good chin. Also, he has the heart of a lion. Mr. Pass says battle of the jiggle. Hey, hey, you crazy as hell. Battle of the jiggle. David Morrell Jr., the destroyer. What's happening with it? He said Andrew Ruiz isn't the same anymore since he been on Eddie Reynoso's team. In the same, he not the same in a good way or a bad way. Bo says Fury took some damage against Wilder. Yeah, he did. He did. He even said he did. He says the Wilder fights will affect him for the rest of his career. And he said, you know, both of them. He said him and Wilder. Robert Magnus said, look at the man body transformation. Yeah, man, I see it. Like I said, but I can't sit up here and tell y'all that he's on PEDs because like he ain't got caught. Now, we can speculate and we can think, but you know, sooner or later, if he on some shit, he gonna get caught. Shady Girl 85 says cocaine helps with recovery. Hey, you might be on to some, Shady Girl, because hey, I ain't gonna lie. Tyson Fury, when he be coming to the ring, if you look at his eyes, that dude look like he be high on cocaine. His eyes, and I'm talking about he don't even blink. His shit just be wide open like the whole time. He don't blink not one time. Renee Bashan says Andy got too complacent since the AJ fight. Checks, man, hasn't been the same. Yeah, you got to and that's the truth. That's the truth, Renee. And like, if you got to beg, I can't never put my money or put my trust in somebody that you got to beg to work hard in the gym. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, his trainers got to beg him to come in and train on time and all of that shit. Lee Stevens says size-wise, Ruiz doesn't pose a threat to Fury, never gives up size. Short-ass arms, he would have to take chances. Fury boxes way better. Yeah, man, Fury gonna pick that dude apart. You know what I'm saying? Hey, J.A. Dixon said he on that Chavez Jr. You know what I'm saying? He on that motherfucking fish scale, pure white, cocaine. Hey, I'm telling you, I been saying that shit though. I be watching Fair. I be like, I was like, look at him, look at his eyes, look at his eyes. This motherfucker on cocaine. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Everybody been knowing Renee throughout his whole career. That's one thing. He never been disciplined. He has skills. He got skills. He got fast hands. You know what I'm saying? He got some upper body movement and stuff. But he just lacks discipline. He don't be in shape. You dig what I'm saying? And another thing about Andy Ruiz is his defense don't be on point all the time. He will get caught. You know what I'm saying? Andrew Ruiz gets caught and his defense don't be on point all the time. You feel me? And y'all smash the like button. Let me check the likes. Let me check the likes and see where we at. Um, hold on, y'all. Yes, sir. Y'all smash the like button if you ain't hit the like button yet. J.A. Dixon said the WBC should make Dillian Whyte go back and fight Ortiz and Otto because he always finds a way out. Yeah, he needs to fight Luis Ortiz and Otto Whyte. See, that's the fight that they really should have did. But, you know, Luis Ortiz been mandatory, so they really couldn't make him fight nobody like, not Luis Ortiz. Dillian Whyte been the mandatory for a minute, so they couldn't really put no Luis Ortiz or nobody on him. But he wasn't going to fight him anyway. Motherfucker Dillian Whyte, you seen he ducked out of the Otto Wilding fight because see, and that even proves more that he's trying to basically get a cash out fight. He's trying to get a cash out fight. Why y'all think that he ducked out of the Otto Wilding fight? He did that because he knew it was a big chance that he lose in the Otto Wilding fight, and then he lost. Then he would lose his chance to fight Tyson Fury. That's all. That's why he ducked out of the Otto Wilding fight. Where's Kwame? I think Kwame was in. I think he came. He was in the building when the show started. He might be in the building. Yeah, man. Hey, Manir Khan, you talking about? So that was a long time ago, bro. You gotta sub to me on Facebook, bro. We do this show every day, but it's on. Not on Facebook, on YouTube. I don't come on Facebook and do this show. I just put it on Facebook today, and I probably won't be coming on Facebook no more doing the show. That's just something I did today, you know. But we usually not on Facebook. And another thing I noticed when I stream my show to Facebook, they don't send my notifications out on YouTube like they're supposed to. Every time I stream my show to Facebook, I notice that they don't send my notifications out on YouTube. It's only a very, very few people out of my subscribers that'll get notifications when I stream on Facebook. That's why I don't mess with Facebook. But anyway, you know, back to it. Like I said, I think that's a cool fight. If Tyson Fury and Andy Ruiz fight, I think it's a fight that might happen. But see, another thing is that he still is an arbitrary. He's still going through court with Dillian Whyte. Same type of situation with Deontay Wilder. So I don't even know if Tyson Fury is allowed to step in the ring with anybody else if it's not Dillian Whyte. That's what they're not telling us, because when the Wilder situation was going on, they wasn't letting everybody know that Tyson Fury actually couldn't get in the ring with nobody else until they had that shit solved with Deontay Wilder. And then we seen what happened, right? So is this the same case with Dillian Whyte? I don't know, because he might not even able to be able to take a fight until he gets the situation solved with Dillian Whyte. So I don't know. But, you know, if him and Andrew Ruiz do fight, it's a cool fight, you know, a fight I would definitely watch. I'm pretty sure they're going to try to put it on pay-per-view. I wouldn't pay pay-per-view to see it, but I'll watch it. It's a good ESPN Plus fight. So, yeah, you know, and let's move along. Let's move along. Next thing I want to talk about is let's talk about Keith Thurman. Keith Thurman, you know, Keith Thurman has never lost for words. And y'all hit the like button. We're going to cook on this Keith Thurman and Canelo Alvarez situation now, right? The things that Keith Thurman said about Canelo, and we're going to see if, you know, Keith Thurman had a point. If Keith Thurman had a point. So, we all know this situation with Canelo Alvarez skipping over the rest of the guys at 168. Well, mainly David Benavidez. A lot of people want to see him fight David Benavidez. A lot of people think that David Benavidez is the one that could beat Canelo Alvarez. I don't think so, but a lot of people think that. So a lot of people think that he's skipping over David Benavidez and going up to cruiserweight to get an easy belt at cruiserweight because he see this guy Makabu is the WBC cruiserweight champ, and he looking at it as, hey, I could come a 5-time world champion, and I look at it as, yeah, cool, you doing what you're doing, but I see that you padding your stats. You know what I'm saying? You stat padding because you see that dude Makabu as food. He's not on your level, and I've said this plenty of times. He don't have the skill level you do. He don't really pose you no threat. The only threat he really poses to you is people can say, well, he's way bigger than Canelo. Well, a lot of guys that Canelo fight been way bigger than him. When he moved up to cruiserweight, a lot of them dudes at 168 was way bigger than him. And Canelo beat guys that's already been a lot better than Makabu. So, yeah, they see it. They see that he skipped, to go up there and grab that belt. Now, a lot of people is pissed off because they want to see him and David Benavidez fight. I think that him and David Benavidez is a good fight while it lasts. I think that he'll beat the shit out of David Benavidez. David Benavidez ain't ready yet. Let's just keep it 100. But, so people feel like that he's ducking and he's skipping around. And Keith Thurman said that he's manipulating the system. Keith Thurman said, I feel like that, he kind of skipped David Benavidez and went to something easier, right? But Keith Thurman says, look at what he's done in his career. He's earned the right to manipulate the system. Let's look at Coach. I got Benavidez over everybody. Look at Coach. Coach, salute Coach. So Keith Thurman is saying, yeah, he is manipulating the system. He did kind of duck David Benavidez, right? Yeah, he did that. He was like, yeah, he did it. But he has the right to be able to manipulate the system. He has the right to be able to move like he's moving because what he's done in his career. He says, look at his resume. He said, now, look at all of these other guys. He said, look at all these other fighters. Said, they not doing it. He said, and look at their resumes. So I kind of thought about what Keith Thurman said. I thought about it. And I said, Keith Thurman, he do got a point. You know what I'm saying? He got a little point because if you put it the way that he put it, right, that he has fought a lot of, his resume is deep. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of circumstances behind a lot of them dudes that he fought, but his resume is still very, very deep compared to the other competition, right, that you want to see him fight. So he's saying that he's earned his right to be able to manipulate the system, move up, you know what I'm saying, skip 2 weight classes, go grab a title, come back down and do whatever he's going to do. So with that being said, he does have a point. Keith Thurman do have a little, he kept it real and was like, yeah, I think he is, skipping around and manipulating system, playing it, you know what I'm saying, grabbing bags and doing what he's doing. But does he earn that right? Right? Is any of these other dudes doing that? Is any of these other fighters saying, fuck it, I'll go move up and beat this dude? Well, see, now with that Makabu situation, I don't think any of these other fighters, they don't have the they don't have the name recognition. They're not able to do that, right? So we can't really say that, if a David Benavidez had a chance to move up and fight a Makabu, he wouldn't do it. Well, he doesn't have the chance to do it because he don't have the star power of a Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is, as far as being able to do what he want to do, he's on that Floyd Mayweather level right now, right? he's able to move and fight whoever he want to fight. Everybody wants a Canelo Alvarez fight. So he's able to do that. Now, these other fighters, they haven't earned, for one, they ain't earned the ability to be able to do that. So they're not able to do what he does. They can't just pick and fight anybody they want to. A lot of these dudes, they got to beg for guys to fight them. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot different. It's a lot different when Keith Thurman says, well, why are these other guys not doing it if it's so easy? If it's so easy to move up the cruiserweight and fight a guy like Makabu, how come these other guys that's begging to fight Canelo, how come they're not doing it? Well, I think it's a lot to do. They're not able to do it, right? They're not given that gift to be able to do something or to be able to do whatever they want to. But on the other hand, like he said, Canelo has earned his right. If you look at his resume and you look who he's fought, maybe he's earned the right to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? So you got a point either way. You know, you can look at it you can look at this shit in a whole lot of different ways. You can't just look at it one-sided, because I had to tell myself that. You know, I'm open-minded. You got a point. You know, a lot of the shit that he was saying, he had a point. And like I said, a lot of y'all want to see him fight David Benavidez, but then what's going to happen if he did fight David Benavidez and then beat the shit out of David Benavidez? I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen. And I'm keeping it real. I'm a much bigger fan of David Benavidez than I am of Canelo Alvarez. But one thing I do is I keep it 100. I'm going to tell y'all what's going to happen. He go in there and he beat the shit out of David Benavidez and stop David Benavidez. All y'all niggas is going to be talking about, well, you know, yeah, he better be glad he fought David Benavidez young. He fought David young. You know what I'm saying? David, this, and y'all going to make excuses why he beat David Benavidez. And then you're going to turn around and say, he ain't want to fuck with Bitter Beef. Yeah, he went and fuck with David Benavidez because he see that David Benavidez is young, but he ain't fuck with Bitter Beef. And then if he go fight Bitter Beef and you know what I'm saying, beat Arthur Bitter Beef, y'all gonna say, yeah, he knew Bitter Beef was slow. He seen Bitter Beef was food. You know what I'm saying? Bitter Beef is old. He ain't want to fuck with that young nigga David Benavidez down there at 168. Yeah. So you know, he ain't gonna win either way. Now, do I think that he should be going up there taking an easy fight but versus Makabu? It's like this. It depends on what he do next. If he go up there and he take an easy fight versus Makabu, and well, that's what he gonna do, and he knocks out Makabu, and then he take another fucking Rudy Poot ass fight, then I'm on his helmet, right? But if he come back and get that belt from Makabu at cruiserweight, and then he go to 175 or 168 or whatever, and you know what I'm saying, and then take another tough fight, hey, you can't really say nothing. And since I'm capping, since you coming in there talking about I'm capping, I'm dropping in, and then don't nobody grab this link but Anthony Britt. For real. Don't nobody grab the link but Anthony Britt. For real. Since you coming up in here talking about I'm capping, well, I got time today. Since I'm capping, I got time today. Go ahead and grab the link. The link is right there. Come on here and tell me how I'm capping then. Come on. Don't nobody grab that link but oh boy. Since I'm capping Anthony Britt, you grab the link and you come on here. Okay, here you is right now. Here you is.
I'm right
now,
here.
I'm capping. How I'm capping?
I'm talking about the Canelo situation. If he fight Benavidez, nobody's gonna complain that he didn't fight Arthur Beterbiev. Let's just be real. We just want to see him fight somebody that the people want to see him fight and stop just picking the easiest route. That's it. You know, he's a good fighter, respected that he's a good fighter, but he won't fight nobody that the people want to see him fight. And that's the bottom line.
So you telling me that if he go beat David Benavidez, you honestly can sit up here and tell me that ain't nobody gonna say, well, you know what I'm saying, David Benavidez was young.
How can
he ain't move up, he ain't want no smoke with Benavidez. They gonna say it when you get on that level. We've seen this before. We've seen it with Floyd Mayweather. We see it with all great fighters. It doesn't matter in boxing. Once you get to that level, everybody, it doesn't matter who you beat, whether y'all want to admit it or not, it's always somebody that people gonna say, well, he ain't want to fight him. And I ain't no big Canelo fan like that. I'm just telling the truth.
But how can we say that if he fights finally someone that because nobody really was calling for this Arthur better be until he started talking about going up. Nobody was even asking about that fight until he started talking about Makabu. Nobody never even mentioned the fight until he started talking about Makabu.
Because when you get to that, if we go down any superstar in the sport of boxing, it ain't just Canelo. I ain't just saying this shit. But when you get to that level, people are never gonna be satisfied, because if you beat him, it's always gonna be, well, he ain't fought him. You fight him, well, shit, he was old anyway. People gonna make excuses. And you can't say, wait, we want, okay, hold on. I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Everybody was saying he can't fight no slick fighter. That's his Achilles heel. He had problems with boxers that slick, that can move, that got a good jab, that can do this and that, right? He ain't, and even my brother Blue Blood was saying Canelo ain't got no better since he was fucking 23 years old. He ain't never got no better. And I said, Blue Blood, I don't agree with that. And Blue Blood came back and he said, you know what? I was wrong. He's got a lot better, right? So with that being said, people were saying, hey, you know what I'm saying? Caleb Plant is going to outbox him. He ain't been in there with somebody that got the skills of Caleb Plant, right? He went in there and he stopped Caleb Plant. He beat Caleb Plant. I was going for Caleb Plant. I was going for
Caleb Plant too, but I didn't think he could win. Come on.
Hold on. I was going for Caleb Plant. I was telling everybody that, hey, I got Caleb Plant in this fight. I said it's a 50-50 fight, but I'm picking Caleb. I told everybody that. I was riding with Caleb Plant. He went in there and he beat the shit out of Caleb Plant. You know what I'm saying? And then we ain't want to give him credit for that. Nobody wanted to give him credit for that. You got it. So what you mean he ain't fought nobody? He just fought Caleb Plant. Why? When people were saying he couldn't beat a boxer that was slick like that, he knocked out Caleb Plant. Now it's, well, he still ain't fought nobody.
No, I ain't say that. I never say he ain't fight nobody. I'm saying he won't fight the fighters that we really want to see him fight. Like David Benavidez, one of the Charlos. If he would have never came up with this Makabu, whatever this bozo name is, if he had never came up with this guy, nobody would even be talking about Arthur Benavidez. We saying the reason why he picked this Makabu guy is because he's an easy pick. We already know he didn't go up there looking for the best fighter at that weight class. And David Benavidez got a straight point. When he had the belt, the man was not looking for that belt. And the same thing when he was in a middleweight division. The man would not fight. He would not fight the guys in middleweight. He said he was going to be undisputed. Why he didn't fight Charlo and Andre when he was in middleweight? This is just facts. He won't fight. He won't fight the fighters that are really good fighters.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what I think about the Charlo situation, bro. Because first of all, Charlo doesn't deserve no Canelo Alvarez fight. The man, he ducking people that's calling him out around his weight. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta really on Charlo shit. You got other big fights that you won't even take. So I ain't trying to hear that Charlo shit, but I hear what you're saying.
Let me just say about that though. I could agree with that if when he was 160, he didn't say he wanted to be undisputed.
Yeah. So
when he was 160, you said you wanted to be undisputed. He should have fought. He should have fought with the man.
And you should have. But they saying right. They're saying that they offered Charlo a contract to fight Canelo. Hold on. Oscar came out and said it, right? Another executive just recently came out and said it, and that was over there at Golden Boy. Eddie Hearn said that they didn't offer him a contract to fight motherfucking Demetrius Andrade.
We know that,
down, right?
I believe Eddie Hearn.
So I'm like, I don't know, you can't really listen to them, right? But then Motherfucking his own brother said, nigga, you turned down a Canelo Alvarez contract they offered you for the most money of your career.
They said it was like he was joking. They said
like he wasn't joking. He was for real. He said, nigga, you turned down a Canelo Alvarez fight and they were gonna pay you the most money of your career. So all these dudes ain't lying on Jamal Charlo. Everybody ain't lying on him, bro.
But he still could have fight Benavidez. He still picked the easiest route. In 168, he picked the easiest route, and you know it.
So Benavidez, right? Benavidez never had no belt, bro.
He did have the belt. He lost his belt twice.
No, I'm saying when Canelo, because I think he came up to 168 and he fought some fucking bum.
He went after the belt.
The Rocky Field hand dude, right?
Yeah.
And then he went to 175 and beat Kovalev, right? So at the time, right? Benavidez lost his strap, right?
Exactly.
Benavidez lost his strap. So when he went back down to 168, Benavidez ain't had no strap. But this is my thing. The man said, now this is why I agree with y'all, because the man said that he was going to be at 168 and he was going to defend his titles for a while. He said that was his weight class that he was going to campaign at. This is my problem with Canelo, right? So I disagree with y'all on some shit, but on other shit, I do agree with y'all. This is my problem, that he going up to cruiserweight and then he not coming back down to 168 to defend his titles because he dropping them titles. To me, you at least got to defend your titles one time at 168 and do what you said you was going to do.
That's all I want to see, the best fights. That's all I want to see, the best fights. He say he's good, he's great. I want to see him fight the best fight. That's all.
But as far as the David Benavidez situation, bro, he's not gonna get credit like that when he beat David Benavidez, because it's gonna be, well, he was young and you know what I'm saying, you ain't want no smoke with motherfucking Bivol or Bitterbees.
But you know, if they say that, that's the same thing they saying about him when he fought Floyd. That don't even make no sense. So he can't use the same argument.
But they going to say it. That's all I'm telling you.
That's what
is when if it happens, it's all over with, it's done with. It's just dog, bro. That's boxing. When you get on the level of a Canelo Alvarez, you as a fighter, you gotta understand it ain't never gonna be enough until you retire. You know what I'm saying? Then people gonna be like, damn, he did this. But while you in the game, it ain't never enough. Look at Errol Spence. Errol Spence then fucking damn near went through the whole 147-pound division, and then motherfuckers want to shit on him because he fighting another top dog, but it ain't good enough. You feel me? And then if he beat the shit out of Terence Crawford, it's gonna be, he waited till Terence Crawford got old. He tried, you know what I'm saying? Look, he aged Terence Crawford out. That's why he wouldn't fight Terence Crawford 3 years ago. He waited, he aged him out. Yeah. So it ain't, when you get on that level, it ain't never enough, dog. It really ain't. And that's what I understand about the game. So do I like everything that Canelo has been doing and moving? Nah. But can you say that he has earned his right to be able to move up and take some easy shit? Yeah, he has, because shit, he ain't nobody else fucking doing what he doing. And at the end of the day, I'm standing on this shit. I gave him full credit for beating Caleb Plant. Stop acting like the man ain't beat Caleb Plant. Stop not giving him credit for beating Caleb Plant and acting like the man ain't fought nobody. He just beat Caleb Plant. So let him do that bullshit he doing at cruiserweight. Take the cruiserweight title from motherfucking Makabu or whatever the fuck his name is. And then let's see what he's going to do next. Right? It ain't like the fucking world gonna end and he retiring tomorrow. Let's see what he's going to do after he takes the cruiserweight title from motherfucking Makabu. That fight is some bullshit, and we all know what it's about. We all know what he's doing, whether you want to admit it or not. We know what he's doing. It's been done before. The great Roy Jones went up into heavyweight and he faced motherfucking Ruiz because what? he seen, you know what I'm saying? He seen it was something that he could do to make history, and it was a fighter that he knew he could beat. Now, would he have moved up and fought Lennox Lewis for the same amount of money in there? I don't think so. So let's keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking to see what he does after he does this. Now, what I'm hearing, y'all, right? And salute to Blue Blood Sports TV in the building. I just got done talking about you, Blue. I was just talking about you a little earlier, Blue. So, so with this being said, right, we gotta wait to see what he does next, right? Because it ain't like he's retiring tomorrow. If everything go good, he's going to live on to have another fight after this Makabu. Now, what I'm hearing though, right? I'm hearing that he's probably going to, he is going to light heavyweight. So he is going to relinquish them belts at 160. That shit a wrap. That when 168, 168. That the 168 titles, that's a wrap. He's relinquishing all those titles. I don't know when he's gonna do it, but it's going to happen. And y'all hit the like button. If you're in the building and you have not hit my like button, hit my like button. They're not sending out my notifications anyway. So the least y'all can do is hit the like button because they're not sending out my notifications. It's obvious they're not. They're not sending out all my notifications. So, right, when he goes back, because he's going to go up to cruiserweight, then he's going back down to 175 to light heavyweight. Now, what I'm hearing that he's fighting Joe Smith Jr. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that's his first fight, Joe Smith Jr. Now, with that being said, I don't know if I like that fight first, because this is my thing, right? With the Joe Smith Jr. fight. You moving down, and Joe Smith Jr., he already been beat up by Bivol. We know that if Joe Smith faced Arthur Bitterbeeve, we know that Arthur Bitterbeeve will beat the shit out of Joe Smith, right? So we pretty much know that. So we know that Joe Smith, out of all the champions at light heavyweight, that Joe Smith is the weak link, right? We pretty much know that Joe Smith is the weak link out of all the champions at light heavyweight. So I'm like, he's fought at light heavyweight before, so we can't say that, well, you know, he ain't never fought at light heavyweight. And then you're going to be coming down from cruiserweight, right? So I think he's going to get a lot of slack for this Joe Smith fight if he chooses to fight Joe Smith first. And this is the reason why he's going to get a lot of slack. And this is the reason I don't like him coming down fighting Joe Smith if this is what happens. Because we know that Arthur Bitterbeeve is what, 37, 36? Hold on. Let me see. He is 36 years old. So Bitterbeeve will be 37 on January the 21st. So in less than a month, Bitterbeeve will turn 37 years old, right? Now, he's kind of coming out of his prime. Arthur Bitterbeeve is coming out of his prime. Now, I still think that Canelo beats him right now. But the thing is why are you going to wait till Arthur Bitterbeeve is 38 years old maybe to fight him? Because that's going to give fans more fuel to pour on your ass and to light your ass up, right? That's giving the fans more fuel to pour on your ass, because I think that he should, while people are talking about it, nobody's asking to see Canelo Alvarez versus Joe Smith. I never heard nobody say, I want to see Canelo Alvarez and Joe Smith. Nobody wants to see that shit. So you coming down from fighting Makabu, a fight that nobody wants to see, and then you coming down to light heavyweight and fight Joe Smith Jr., I then have a problem with that. That's where I'm going to get on here, and I'm going to get loud, and I'm going to start talking shit, right? Because now a lot of this shit that y'all saying, I don't agree with. so I can kind of defend him. But he come back down and fight Joe Smith Jr., the weakest link. Joe Smith been been beat by everybody damn near at light heavyweight. You know what I'm saying? He got some good wins, but the top guys at light heavyweight, they all beat Joe Smith Jr. So if you come down and fight Joe Smith Jr. after fighting Makabu, that's two bullshit fights to me that nobody wants to see. Nobody is asking for that. And then it's starting to look like that you really trying to wait to Bitterbeef gets older and older, even though I think that he can beat Bitterbeef. But see, it's starting to look like what Canelo does a lot is we know that Canelo wants every advantage that he can get. And that's just what it is. He wants even though it's guys like David Benavidez and Bitterbeef that will pick him to beat. I will, personally, I'll pick him to beat these dudes. But if we like, yeah, he'll beat him, but it'll be a pretty tough fight. Canelo is going to make sure he gets the advantage to where it's the least resistance for him, right? That's why I don't like that he does. So instead of fighting Makabu and then going back and fight Bitterbeef, right? Next, you fuck around and go fight the least resistant opponent, and you go fight Joe Smith Jr. A fight nobody asking for. A fight that everybody knows that'll be a pretty easy fight for you. I don't like that. Now, I don't like that, but we don't know if he's going to do that. So I'm telling y'all, if he does that, that's when I have a problem. But see, I'm not on here mad because of the Makabu shit, because I see what it is and I accept what it is. Now I'm just waiting to what he does after Makabu. I'm looking past Makabu. I'm like, okay, cool. That shit already gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Pretty much gonna happen. I'm cool, whatever. I ain't tripping. You know what I'm saying? I got patience. I can wait to see what he does in his next stop at 175. He go fight Joe Smith Jr. I'm telling y'all right now, I don't like that shit. Go in there, Joe Smith Jr. Shit, I mean, that ain't shit. Go make a fight that the fans want to see. The fans want to see you face Arthur Bitterbeef. Make that fight happen. Cool. Good fight. We still gonna get people talking shit and saying, oh, well, he ain't want to fight Bivol, or, you know, he didn't want to fight David Benavidez. Still people gonna talk shit, but at least make the fight that the fans been calling for. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, y'all. And with that being said, just be patient. You know what I'm saying? Be patient. Let's wait and see what he's gonna do. You ain't gotta wait that long. You know, I mean, y'all crying about Canelo Alvarez, right? This man fighting 3 and 4 times a year. Our favorite fighters only fighting 1 time a year. Now, I can understand, right? I can understand all the crying that people do about what Canelo do and he don't do. I can understand if he was only fighting once a year and we had to see him fight Makabu, and then we know he ain't gonna come back into the whole next year to fight again. We gotta wait a whole nother year, but we don't. But the good thing with Canelo is we don't have to do that. We know he'll fight Makabu. 4 or 5 months later, he gonna have another fight. You know what I'm saying? He fight Makabu in May, June, July, August, September. Maybe 4 months later, if he fight in September, he might have another fight 4 months later. Cool. You know what I'm saying? And he might fuck around and have another fight after that before the year ends. So it's all good, you know. And if we look at the landscape, if we go to 168, it's only one fighter left at 168. We go to 168, we got we got David Benavidez, right? He stops David Benavidez. We already talked that. He go to 175. We got Bivol. He beats Bivol. I don't know if he stopped Bivol, but he gonna beat Bivol. He beats Arthur Bitterbeef to me. He beats the shit out of Joe Smith Jr. Who else is it? Who else is it? And you know, I know Coach, I got I got David Benavidez over everybody. I know that, but I don't. And if that fight ever happened, if I know you got Bivol beating Canelo, if that fight ever happened, he beating both of them. Zordo Ramirez. I love that fight. That you and thank you, Coach, for putting Zordo in there, because I was forgetting Zordo Ramirez because he don't have no belt yet, but he will soon have a belt. Now, Zordo Ramirez is a real threat for Canelo Alvarez. To me, he's much more of a threat than the rest of these fighters that we've been naming. You know, Zordo, he got boxing skills. He's long. He got a good jab. He goes to the body. He do a lot of things well. Now, I think that Zordo is the closest to a 50-50 fight with Canelo, but I don't know, bro. That's the best fight right there. I don't think he's gonna fight Zordo Ramirez. Now, that's what people gonna get on him, because he ain't finna fight Zordo Ramirez. He's not gonna fight him. I really don't think he's gonna fight Zordo Ramirez, and I think that is the most. I think that Zordo Ramirez is the biggest threat to Canelo Alvarez. Even though we seen Zordo Ramirez get hit a lot, but hey, he showed us that he got a chin. He showed us that he got a chin. You know what I'm saying? And if Canelo can't hurt Zordo Ramirez, and Zordo Ramirez can take that power that Canelo has coming up to 175, he might not be able to, you know what I'm saying, pack power at 175 like he did at 168. I think that Zordo Ramirez is the biggest threat because of his all-around skill set. But I don't see that fight happening. I don't see him fighting Zordo Ramirez. And he has an excuse not to take that fight. Zordo Ramirez works with Golden Boy Promotions. I'm not doing no business with them. Yeah, they all on DAZN, but he still work with his promoter still is Oscar De La Hoya. Does that fight happen? That is a big fight too. That's a big fight because if they stage that fight in Mexico, and I would love to see, even though I wouldn't be able to go to the fight and watch it, I don't really go to, I never been to no Canelo fight anyway. You know, I would go to a Canelo fight, but I never been, but I would love to see them stage that fight in Mexico just for, you know, just for the Mexican fans. And that's a huge fight. Like that fight is big in Mexico. Ultimate Fight Club says Bitter Beef will body Zordo. I don't know, bro. That's a good fight. I got Zordo beating Bivol. Definitely. I definitely got Zordo beating Bivol. Bitter Beef in Ultimate Fight Club. Bitter Beef is a fucking threat to anybody because it's the big thing is, can you take his power? He's so strong, right? Can you take Bitter Beef's power? That's the big question. And y'all smash on the like button. If y'all ain't hit the like button, y'all smash the like button. So that's always going to be a question. And, you know, you always going to have people pick Bitter Beef over everybody because he got that power. He does have the equalizer. He is strong as fuck. We know, we definitely know nobody is as strong as Bitter Beef. We know that. You know what I'm saying? We definitely know that for a fact. G5 Gabe, he said Canelo will work Zordo. 817 said he got Zordo getting the shit beat out of him by Canelo too. Well, what the fuck the problem? If everybody agree that Canelo beat probably pretty much all these dudes, I mean, shit, I don't see what the problem is. You know, I think that he have a problem with Zordo Ramirez. That's the fight I want to see. Like, that's the fight. If Zordo Ramirez get a belt, I want to see that fight. Because I think that he has the skill set to, you know, certain styles make matchups. And I think that he got the skill set plus the length, right, to caused Canelo a lot of problems. But hey, you know, when you at this level, people searching for people that could beat you, and that's just the truth of the matter. When you own the level of a Canelo Alvarez, there's always gonna be a lot of people. It's gonna be you. So when you get at the level of Canelo Alvarez, you got the fucking fanatic fans that they don't want to hear nothing but Canelo Alvarez. They don't know shit about boxing. All they hear is Canelo. They don't want to hear you talk about nothing but Canelo. Right? You got the fanatic fans. Everything Canelo can't do no wrong. He beats fucking Godzilla. He'll motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, swim across the ocean and, you know what I'm saying, and body slam a whale. He could do anything, right? Then you have the fans that hate his fucking guts. And this is any fighter when you get to the level. Then you got those fans, right? Those fans, they hate his guts. Anything he do ain't good enough. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't shit. He fought. That ain't shit. Well, you just said you wanted him to fight such and such. Man, he waited too late. It's always an excuse. It ain't never gonna be good enough. They searching, right? His whole career for somebody to be able to beat him. You know what I'm saying? His whole career they searching. Well, he needs to fight such and such because I think such and such can beat him, right? So it's like that when you get to that level. Like Renee Box Young said, he says that he neither side, and that's me. I know that he's a great fighter, and I know that a lot of the shit that he do, I don't like. So I'm in the middle. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the middle. I'm just sitting back watching as a boxing fan, right? I'm not watching as somebody that hates Canelo, that can't wait to see him lose. I'm not tripping on all that, bro. If he beat, just like I fuck with Caleb Plant heavy, he beat Caleb Plant, I wasn't tripping because I was like, well, he just better. Straight up and down. I'm a boxing fan. So whatever it is, y'all just gotta admit what you are. See, my problem is when niggas be like, nah, I don't, it ain't that. I just, man, we see you don't like the man. Just say it. If you can't stand him, if you hate him, just say, I don't fucking like him. Yeah, I want to see him lose. Easy as that. That's simple to me. Like when I talk about Big Baby Jarrell Miller, right? I don't fucking like him. You know what I'm saying? I can't stand him. I want to see him lose every fight he fucking in. When I talk about Dillian Whyte, I can't fucking stand him. I want to see him lose every time he get in the ring. I don't give a fuck who it's against. I wanted to see him lose. I'm searching for anybody that can fucking beat his ass. That's me. You know what I'm saying? You talk about Oscar Valdez. I don't like the motherfucker. I want to see him lose. Anybody that Oscar Valdez get in the ring with, I want to see him lose. And why? I have my personal reasons, right? The way he been ducking Shakur Stevenson, I don't like it. Yeah, so everybody got their fighters that they just don't like. Everybody got their fighters that they big fans of. What we need to do is stop all the fucking fronting, you know what I'm saying? And just admit it. Yeah, I don't fuck him. I don't like him. I want to see him lose. You know what I'm saying? I really don't believe that such and such can beat him, but I'm going to say it because I just can't stand the motherfucker that much. Simple as that, and we'll move on. But y'all niggas be trying to cover up shit and hide it and make excuses, knowing the ultimate fucking bottom line is you just don't like him. I don't see what the problem is. Leon Robinson, what's happening with it? But so that's just what it is, at the end of the day, everybody gonna be looking for it, whether you want to see him lose or win. People gonna be looking to see what his next move is. He's on that level now, right? He's a household name, he's a superstar now, whether you like it or not, and that's just what it is, I'm a boxing fan, so I'm not a huge Canelo fan. I'm not somebody that dislikes Canelo. I'm just, I respect this shit. I know he is what people saying he is. I know he that. Do I think he invincible? Nah. Hey, Juan Romo says facts. He says that pink haired nigga at 130 can get slept for real. Yeah, Chris Colbert, he another one. I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? When I'm gonna tell y'all somebody I fucking hated to the bottom of my soul. I couldn't stand Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and Sr. When first it started with Sr. I hated that motherfucker with a passion. I couldn't stand him. How some of y'all hate Canelo. I hated Chavez Sr. with a fucking passion. Like I hated everything. I hated that motherfucking cocaine nose. I hated his fucking face. I hated everything about him. Right? And I couldn't see. I would never tell you that he was a fucking great fighter because I hated him. Now that I'm, you know what I'm saying? Now I'm older and everything. I can say that Chavez was a great fighter, but a lot of he had a lot of fucking bullshit that he did. A lot of bullshit fights, that decisions that he got when he got the shit beat out of him, and I hated him, right? When his son came in the sport, I hated his fucking son. I couldn't stand his son. And the reason I couldn't stand his son is because, see, y'all forget that Canelo and Chavez, they kind of started getting names at the same time. Even though they was in different weight classes, and people hated Canelo, right? The Mexican fans, see, this is what y'all forget. And but I'm the one to remind y'all, the Mexican fans, y'all didn't fuck with Canelo. I fucked with Canelo. That little red-haired, ugly-ass kid, I was fucking with him. I was riding with Canelo. The Mexican fans hated Canelo because they was riding with who? Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Y'all loved Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And I hated his fucking guts. I hated his daddy and him. And I'm keeping it 100 with y'all. But y'all loved Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. could do no fucking wrong. Remember when y'all was rooting for him, thinking that he was gonna beat what's my man, Sergio Martinez, right? Remember when everybody was Julio. Remember when y'all was thinking that he was gonna beat Sergio Martinez, and I was telling everybody, Sergio Martinez gonna beat the shit out of motherfucking Chavez Jr. I used to tell everybody, I said, Chavez Jr. is a fucking fraud. Look at his resume. Look at his resume. The motherfucker got 60 nobodies on his resume. He ain't fought nobody. I was telling everybody that. I said, Sergio Martinez is going to beat the dog shit out of this dude. But nah, everybody, all the Mexicans was riding with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. That was their guy. They was riding for him hard. He couldn't do no fucking wrong. And they was hating that red-haired kid, Canelo Alvarez. Yeah, I'm going to remind y'all. Y'all hated Canelo Alvarez. But all of a sudden now, y'all found out that Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. wasn't going to be the one for y'all. Y'all found out, like I was saying years ago, that he was some shit. Now everybody love Canelo Alvarez. I just wanted to take y'all down memory lane and remind y'all that y'all wouldn't ride for Canelo like that. And I'm talking to the Mexican fans. Yeah, I'm talking to all my Mexican fans. Y'all wasn't riding for Canelo like that. Y'all was fucking with Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. And I hated him. And I still do. And fuck him. I don't like him. But, hey, Canelo made me like him by the certain shit that he did. And I was a Canelo fan when he came on the scene. I ain't gonna lie. I was a big Canelo fan when he was, came on the scene. Renee Box Young says, I never rocked with Chavez Jr. But see, I never took you as no like fanatic that was gonna get behind one man. You know what I'm saying? Renee, you kind of neutral, you know what I'm saying? You look at fighters for their talent. You know what I'm saying? Renee, you the person, you don't go with a person because they from your country. And Renee is in Mexico. He live in Mexico. but Renee been kind of more so. I'm gonna look at the man's talent and what I like about him. That's why I like Canelo when he was coming up, and I ain't fuck with Chavez. Let me see what y'all talking about in the comments. Let me see. He said DP Rocker said he dropped Martinez in the 12th. Where was that in the early round? Yeah, but it don't mean nothing when you motherfucking get beat 11 straight rounds and you ain't finished it off. That man got beat 11 straight rounds and got the dog shit beat out of him. Yeah, like Crawford and Canelo. I mean, like Crawford and Errol Spence. You got some cats like Litman. He said he don't like Crawford. Some people don't like Crawford. They don't like him for whatever reason they have. Then you got a whole lot of motherfuckers that don't like Errol Spence. They hate that man, but they make every excuse saying that he ducking and he running and he hiding instead of just saying, "Hey, I don't like him. I don't like you. I don't like that he got fucking $500,000 plus around his neck in jewelry. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that he get all the good looking women every time I fucking pop up. He got a fucking bad one with him. I don't like him. I don't like that. But see, y'all niggas ain't gonna admit that. You gonna fucking go around and make every other excuse why you don't like the man. One thing about me, if I don't like somebody, I'm gonna tell you why I don't like him. One says, see, one admitting it. He says he like Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. He said Caitlyn Jenner Jr. Hey, that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? He half man and half a bitch. So, you know, and then I hate when dudes, when they get to fucking, you know what I'm saying, shitting on the dude like Errol Spence or Whyte or whoever it may be, and then they didn't shit all over him. But you know, I like him. It ain't even that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fan of him. Do y'all think that shit makes it sound better? Oh, I'm a fan of him. I actually like him. But you said the man is shit in the ring. He duck everybody. He a bitch. He a hoe. Oh, but I'm a fan of him. It ain't that. Man, y'all need to quit with the bullshit. Coach said, go back to what he said. I gotta scroll up. Where you at? Coach say, so you hate Valdez for ducking Shakur, but don't hate Canelo for ducking Boo Boo Charlo at 154 and 160. Well, if we want to go back to that, right? I already cooked on Canelo ducking or Canelo not fighting Demetrius Andrade, right? Now, if I already told you about the Charlo situation, I'm sure you've been in here the whole time, so I'm not going to go back over that Charlo situation because I already cooked on the Charlo situation plenty of times. Now, if we want to go to Demetrius Andrade, right? With the situation with Demetrius Andrade, I had a problem with him not fighting Demetrius Andrade. I had even a bigger problem when he gave the excuse saying that Demetrius Andrade was a horrible fighter, right? I got a problem with that. I don't like that. But coach, right? Coach, why is it okay for none of the rest of these niggas to fight Demetrius Andrade and you have a problem only with Canelo Alvarez not fighting him? Answer me that, coach. You got a whole motherfucking division of 154-pound fighters that didn't fight Demetrius Andrade and 160. So why is it okay for the rest of them not to fight Dudu Andrade, right? But Canelo Alvarez is the only one that you hear that gets slack for not fighting him. Answer me that, coach. Okay, moving right along. So let's go ahead and y'all hit my like button. Y'all smash on the like button. Smash on the like button. If you ain't hit the like button yet, smash on my like button. That's the last thing y'all can do if y'all ain't did nothing. Smash on my like button. So let's get into this, right? We got Jaron Boots Ennis. He just let everybody know that he's about to start training camp again, right? Jaron Boots Ennis is about to start training camp again. You dig? With that being said, we've seen him call out Terence Crawford multiple times, right? His camp said that Terence Crawford is pretty much a basic fighter. He ain't even no real switch hitter. They said that Terence Crawford calls himself a switch hitter, but he pretty much a fraud, right? Because once he switches to lefty, he never switches back to orthodox, right? They say that he calls himself a switch hitter, but he's not switching back and forth during the fight. He comes out in one stance, round about the third or fourth round, he'll switch, and he stay in that stance for the whole time. Now, he actually do if you watch him. So they said, he pretty much a mediocre fighter. He ain't a real switch hitter. And Jaron Boots Ennis said plenty of times that he do everything better than Terence Crawford. He bigger, faster, more powerful, and he'll beat the shit out of Terence Crawford. And he would love the Terence Crawford fight. Now, Boots Ennis is starting training camp. Right? And all this time, we still haven't heard Terence Crawford mention Jaron Boots Ennis' name as far as saying that, yeah, I'll fight him. He talked about Jaron Boots Ennis, but he never one time said, yeah, I'll fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Never said it, not one time. And like I said, if I had to put my money on who would win that fight right now, from what I've seen, I would have to put my money on Terence Crawford. I'm putting my money on Bud, but at the end of the day, I can't put my money on a man that's not showing me that he's confident that he could beat this man. Like you got to say something. But you say something about everybody else. You all in the motherfucking water talking about you looking for Errol Spence when you knew that he already had a fight pretty much lined up with Ugas. You knew what was going on behind the scenes. So you out here pretending like you watching for him. Well, at the same time, Boots is watching for you. And Boots is calling you out. And then you got his brother and his pops in them saying that you pretty much a basic fighter. Ain't nothing special about you. Boots will beat the dog shit out of you. So I just want to know, come on, Bud. I'm rolling with you. If y'all fight Bud, I'm rolling with Bud. I am rolling with Terence Bud Crawford. Boots got to prove to me that he could beat somebody on the level of a Terence Bud Crawford. Or first, he got to prove to me that he could beat another elite fighter, right? I'm rolling with Bud. But Bud, you got to step up, Bud. You got to speak up on this shit. You let this young gun call you out, and you ain't said nothing in return. Everybody else, you got something to say. Regis was calling you out. You know what I'm saying? You stepped on Regis and let him know what it was. Everybody else, you got something to say. I want to know. Boots is finna start camp. You gonna leave that man out there and just let him start camp? You know what I'm saying? You don't want to give him no smoke, Bud. And my man G5 Gabe in the building, showing love, coming through in that super chat. He say, smash my bro like. Right, smash the like button. It's free. If y'all ain't gonna support no other way, at least smash the like button. John Kramer said, you got a better chance of winning the lottery than Bud fighting Boots. Why is that though? Why is that? I wonder. You know what I'm saying? And I'm asking Terence Bud Crawford directly. If this, I put this in Lord to the Game Boxing Talk. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Hold on, y'all, real quick. Hold up, y'all. Give me 1 second. Cause I really want to know, like, what's popping? This man ain't wanting to fight Boots. What's really going down? Yeah, like, what's up, bud? You know what I'm saying? We can't ride with you for 2 months longer if you acting like, you know what I'm saying, this man don't exist. When it comes, like, yeah, he now Bud Crawford did speak on Boots, but he was just like, I knew he was gonna be special. I've been seeing him come up and this and that. Yeah, okay, cool. You showing him his respect. But the man said he want to fight you. The man calling you out. The man said he do everything better than you do. And the man basically calling you a fraud, saying you ain't even no real switch hitter. Because when you be fighting in orthodox, you be getting the shit beat out of you. That's why you have to switch up to southpaw. What's popping, bud? We need to know. We need to know, man, is you going to go over there and shut this kid up? You going to go over there and shut this kid up, or what you going to do, bud? And y'all hit the like button. Mr. Sheldon say he can call Boots out at the boot. He said he can call Boots out at a boot barn. Shit crazy, man. He can do something. He need to do something. Sheena say tell Daffy Duck to fight or drop the belts. Spence won't. He said Spence won't undisputed, and Daffy is in the way. They open. They wide open. All I hear is the fans, you know what I'm saying, Terence Crawford, right? I'm talking about the fanatics. Let me say, I ain't gonna say Terence Crawford fans. I'm gonna say the fanatics in the Bud Protection Committee, protecting Bud, coming up with all type of reasons why he should fight Boots. Now he was crying about Errol Spence, this and that. Okay, well, Boots is on your helmet now. Won't you go show that kid some respect in the ring and get in the ring with him and give him an opportunity? Won't you do that? Right? You want an Errol Spence to jump all the way to fucking ESPN, Top Rank, and go out the way and skip everybody on his side of the street to show you some attention? Well, won't you do Boots a favor, right, and show him some attention and give him a fight? How about that? Once again, Boots said he's starting training camp. Boots, you know what I'm saying? They complain about every time they pick up the phone and they call a fighter, you know what I'm saying? They soon have to hang up because everybody turning Boots down. Well, Bud Crawford, you are it. You know what I'm saying? Tag, you it. Bud, tag, you it. Why ain't Bernie the boxer? Why ain't Bernie the boxer? You know what I'm saying? He got a whole bunch to say. Why he ain't talking about, yeah, Bud to fight Boots? I ain't heard them say that shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't heard what Travion. What's popping? Travion. How come Travion Crawford ain't never said nothing about Bud fight Boots? Yeah, my uncle will fight him. Let's make it happen. Y'all talk a whole lot, but I never heard you say, let's make the Boots fight happen. But you're talking about waiting on Keith Thurman? You talking about waiting on Keith Thurman, a man that's had 2 fights in 6 years. You want to wait on Keith Thurman, a man that has 2 fights in 6 years, but you don't want to give a chance to Boots, a man that's been calling you out, people saying that he could beat you, people saying that he the real switch hitter and you the fraud. You ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this, right? But that's what people saying. Like I said, I got you, bud. I got you beating Boots. Boots got to prove that shit to me. But tag, you it. John Kramer said they can't hear you. They're in the ocean swimming right now. I don't want any. I don't hear you. I don't want to, none of that. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hear exactly what I'm saying. What's popping? No. You know, hey, so who do y'all see Boots fighting next? Because obviously Terence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, he quiet as a goddamn church mouse. They said you could hear motherfucking cat piss on cotton and shit. That's how quiet Terence Crawford get when Boots come around. Hey, they said Terence Crawford pulling the Keith Thurman when Boots come around, like Keith was doing with EJ, like Keith was doing with Errol Spence and shit. Fast forward 3-4 years later, you got Terence Crawford doing the same shit with Boots. What's going on? Hey, Renee say, tag you it, but I don't want to play no more. Right. You know what I'm saying? They didn't tag Bud Crawford, you know what I'm saying? And Boots is up, and he don't want to play the game no more. He didn't came out the ocean, he didn't stop swimming and all that shit. He don't want to play the game no more. So let me see. Coach is still in here talking about Canelo Alvarez. Coach, if you want to talk about Canelo so bad, I'm gonna do a whole show, Coach, and I'm gonna dedicate it to Canelo Alvarez, and I'm gonna do it just for you, Coach. And I'm gonna let you cook about Canelo Alvarez and get it all off your chest, Coach. I'm gonna let you get Canelo out of your system. I'm gonna do a whole show about Canelo Alvarez. And anybody that want to get shit off their chest about Canelo Alvarez, I'm gonna let y'all have the platform. I'm gonna do that just for you, Coach. Batman says these niggas ain't who y'all thought they was. Hey, don't let them do that to you. Don't let them do that to you, bud. Don't let them do that to you, bud. That nigga, Coach hate Canelo Alvarez from the bottom of his heart to the depths of his soul. He hate Canelo Alvarez. You said you didn't see all the energy for me when Boots was calling out Spence. You ain't never heard me come on here like you do and make excuses for Spence not to fight Boots. Right? You never heard me make excuses for Spence not to fight Boots. Now, why are you making excuses, Holmes Enterprise, for Boots not to fight Bud Crawford? Why were you yelling for Boots to fight Errol Spence, but now that Errol Spence already has a fight sold up, why ain't you having that same energy for Boots and Bud Crawford to fight when you wanted to see Boots and Errol Spence so bad? Answer that question. And I'll wait. And I will wait. So why is it okay for this man to pick? I don't know. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that shit. He just gonna sit out and wait for Keith Thurman, a man that's had 2 fights in 6 years. What if Keith Thurman fuck around and lose? You gonna fight Jose Zepeda? You gonna wait for Josh Taylor? I don't know. Right. G5 Gabe. When Boots was talking that shit about Errol Spence FaceTime Boots face to face and addressed the man. He addressed him. Now, what has Terence Crawford done? Answer that question. Right? And I'll wait. What has Terence Crawford done to address Boots? You solid? The cat got your tongue? What's popping? Holmes Enterprise. What has Terence Crawford done to address Boots? Because we seen Errol Spence FaceTiming. What has Terence Crawford done? He waiting for a man that got a fight coming up, and we don't even know if Keith Thurman gonna beat Barrios. We can say he is, but I'm Ricky Williams, my man in the building. Salute to Ricky Williams. I'm still waiting for the answer, y'all. What has Terence Crawford done to address Boots? We saw Errol Spence. He addressed that shit real quick. What has Terence Crawford done? Where was I at? Right, G5. Like G5 say, the facts hit different, right? When you can prove it. You can pull up them receipts. Texas Bubba 6 TV, what's happening with it? Salute. He say, not a goddamn thing. And he don't look like he gonna do nothing. They trying to act like Keith Thurman, right? Trying to act like Boots don't even exist. They ain't heard nothing the man been saying. Sheena say anybody seen Bud since he been splashing in the water. So I'm trying to figure out, my dude, he talking about this, and that. Well, I just answered your question. Errol Spence, right, addressed him live, face to face, man to man. Terence Crawford ain't did none of that. Like I said, Terence Crawford gets so quiet when Boots' name come up, you can hear cat piss on cotton. I'm just saying, y'all. I mean, hey, but so with that being said, we know that Terence Crawford, he want to close his eyes and close his ears. And I don't hear you. I don't see you. When Boots' name come up, he don't see nothing. He don't hear nothing. So who do y'all see Boots fighting next? Who would y'all like to see Boots fight next, or who do y'all see him fight next? Because he about to start training camp. Who y'all want to see Boots fight next, or who y'all think that he might get a fight with next? Because Virgil Ortiz is already locked up. Keith Thurman already on lockdown. Motherfucking Errol Spence is locked up. Ugas is locked up. Motherfucking, we know Sean Porter retired, right? We got guys like motherfucking Ben, right? Connor Ben over there in the UK, he mentioned it everywhere. He trying to fight motherfuckers like Adrian Broner, right? Connor Ben, he calling out motherfuckers like Adrian Broner. But you got Boots right there, and you ain't said nothing about Boots. So we know Connor Ben don't want no smoke with Boots. We know that. Coach said it might be Stanionis. Didn't he just lose? Or did he just lose? Hold on. No, that wasn't Stanionis that lost. No, Stanionis, he got a fight coming up, bro. Stanionis is about to fight Butaev. Or, yeah, Stanionis got a fight coming up. I know he can't fight Stanionis because he got a fight coming up. I like Stan 92. I love the sound of Boots versus Connor Ben. But it ain't going to happen because you don't hear Connor Ben even mentioning Boots' name. Like I said, he focused on calling out dudes like Adrian Broner. Who else? Give me some more names that y'all can see Boots fighting next. These dudes, I'm telling y'all, Boots is now. We are looking at Errol Spence all over again. Looking at Boots, we looking at Errol Spence all over again. I'm not talking about their fight style. I'm talking about how they was treated, how nobody would face them, how they had to beg for fights. They would call and they had a list. Errol Spence went through the same shit. He had a list of opponents and he would just go down the list and call and call. Nope, we ain't fighting him. Nope, we ain't fighting him. Nope, we ain't fighting him. We not fighting him. We not fighting him. It was real hard for Errol Spence to get these dudes to fight him. G5 Gay say you got Jamal James and Rashidi Ellis available. Jamal James just came off an L, so that definitely ain't gonna happen. He just came off a bad knockout loss, a stoppage. And then you got Rashidi Ellis. He ain't fought. When the last time you seen Rashidi Ellis fight? Now one of us know. I would love to see that fight, but that ain't happening because Rashidi Ellis, he don't even ever fight. He over there stuck with Golden Boy. And Golden Boy just shelving Rashidi Ellis. But if you ask me, do I feel sorry for Rashidi Ellis? Fuck no, I don't. Because you should have never signed with Golden Boy. Why would any black fighter sign with Golden Boy Promotions? Why? That's the stupidest shit you could do. Why would any black fighter sign with Golden Boy Promotions? Bro, you deserve to be shelved. Real shit. You went and signed with Golden Boy Promotions. You deserve to be shelved. Now Texas Bubble 6. We know damn well that Mikey Garcia ain't getting in there with Jaron Boots Ennis. That shit had never happened. We could die and come back 6 times, and we know that Mikey Garcia ain't finna get in there with Jaron Boots Ennis. Mikey Garcia learned his lesson when he got in there with Errol Spence. That shit taught Mikey Garcia that he wasn't as good as he thought he was. Mikey Garcia thought he was good enough to goddamn that go up and be the light heavyweight. That's how Mikey Garcia was thinking. You know what I'm saying? He was walking through dudes like beating the shit out of dudes like Adrian Broner and Robert Easter and Sergey Lipinets and everybody he was beating. That shit made him think that he was fucking Godzilla. Anthony Smith says, agree, don't sign with Golden Boy. If you a black fighter, you do not sign with what black fighter do y'all see Golden Boy promoting and putting on the map like that? None. Ever since Richard Schaefer left, none. Like you gotta be a fucking idiot to sign with Golden Boy and you a black fighter. And then wondering why you ain't getting no fights and they putting you on the shelf. Newsflash, they don't fuck with your black ass. Why would you sign with him? You knew that. But that's a whole different story in itself. Clarence McClain says, when Boots moved to 154, I would love to see him against Joey Spencer. I like Joey Spencer a lot, but that is not a competitive fight. Jaron Boots Ennis right now could go to 154 tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? He could pack his shit up and fly tomorrow where Joey Spencer is, right? And weigh in at 147 and beat the shit out of Joey Spencer. Like, that ain't even a competitive fight. I like Joey Spencer a lot. Like, I like Joey Spencer, but nah. He nowhere near on the level of Jaron Boots Ennis. Joey Spencer got a long, long, long way to go. The best that he said, the best that ever says Boots will be fighting for the IBO strap. Cameron Duncan and Papa Boots said it on the interview. Well, who has the IBO strap? Who is the IBO champion? Somebody put that in the comments for me because I don't know. I don't know who the IBO champion is. Somebody who is the IBO champion? My man said he fight for the IBO champion. Who is the IBO champion? I don't know. Who is it? Anybody? Somebody? Nobody? Don't nobody know? Nobody knows? It's vacant. So who he gonna fight for the like? And what the fuck is an IBO champion? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, they need to get rid of all these goddamn belts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like an IBO champion. Like, what does that do for you? We got the IBO belt. When has anybody ever said we want to fight for the IBO belt? Never. I don't know, but one of these dudes needs to step up and fight. What weight division? We talk Boots is in welterweight with Spence and Crawford in them, Sheena. So what? I don't know. Like, you know, I don't know who gonna step up and fight Boots. Renee Bachon says, hold up, is the IBO a legitimate sanctioning body? I mainly hear WBC, WBA, IBF, and WBO. Yeah, you forgot the WBO. IBF is like that ain't, nobody recognizes the IBF as being like a real belt like that at all. John Kramer says you got NBA and you got the G League. Boots is NBA All-Star. Joey Spencer is a G leaguer trying to make the NBA. No comparison. Yeah. I don't know. It's really hard for me to see who is going to fight Boots. Sheena said GGG, I think. Wait, hold on, Sheena. You what about Triple G? You losing me now, Sheena. Boots fight at 147. Triple G fight at 160 pounds middleweight. I don't. You got me lost, Sheena. So I don't know. I don't know who is Boots gonna fight next. Ain't nobody, you know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody got no real opponents. Well, don't nobody have no names in this chat. So I guess that's what it be like when Boots pick up the phone and go down his list of opponents. It be silent, just like it is right now. Ain't nobody got nothing to say when Boots, you know what I'm saying, make that call. Crawley. Somebody said Crawley, Cody Crawley. Is that his name? Yeah, Trout is at 147. That's a cool fight for man, y'all gotta stop putting fighters in there. Why would you Martin, man, y'all gotta start following boxing better. If you put fighters in there like Charlo and Keyshawn Davis. First of all, Jamal Charlo fights at 154 pounds. Jamal Charlo is about to go in. I mean, Jamel Charlo, my bad. Jamel Charlo is about to go in to an undisputed fight, right? For all four belts at 154. Jamal Charlo fights at 160. Boots fights at 147. He fights at welterweight. Mr. DBMH. Keyshawn Davis, Keyshawn Davis fights at 135, bro. Keyshawn Davis only has 4 professional fights. That ain't happening. I'm talking about real fights that y'all just putting shit now. I'm talking about shit that can actually possibly happen. Bull says Castile Clayton. I can see that maybe happening. The question was, who do y'all see Boots fighting next? Because Terence Crawford ain't going to fight him. So who do y'all see him fighting next? Who is going to be Boots' next opponent? Like, who is Batman says, was Razab Butayev the WBA regular champion? So you think he going to fight Butayev? I thought Butayev had a fight coming up. I thought he was finna fight I thought Butayev and Stanionis, they still gonna fight. Even though Stanionis, they're fighting. No, you wrong. Butayev and Stanionis is fighting next. They are fighting next. So that fight ain't gonna happen, Batman. John Kramer says when Boots called Crawford, Crawford changed his number. IBO is vacant at 147. G5 say he say Boots versus Green Beans. That will be a hell of a fight. You seen what Virgil Ortiz did against Green Beans? Throw him in there against Boots. That's a good fight. I like that fight. Oscar Flores says whoever they put Boots in against, he got stock on Boots. That's real. That's real. I'm definitely going with Boots. Whoever they put him in the ring with, if it's not Errol Spence, Errol Spence or Terence Crawford, I got Boots. Dante Hall, we went over Jamal James already. Jamal James, that won't happen because Jamal James just had a bad loss. He got stopped already. Hold on. I think I got some. I got something right here for y'all. Hold on. But yeah, I mean, I agree with Batman. If Stanionis ain't fighting Butayev, but I think they gonna fight. I think they're fighting next, Stanionis and Butayev. If not, I would love to see Butayev in Jaron Boots Ennis. But I'm gonna tell y'all right now. So for everybody saying Stanionis and Butayev, that fight is not happening against Boots. You know why? And you wrong, Batman. That fight won't happen. Definitely Stanionis or Butayev, neither one of them will fight Boots. You know why? Because both of them are locked up in that tournament, right? In that tournament. They both locked up in that tournament they're supposed to be in. And if one of them take a loss outside of the tournament, that'll fuck up the whole tournament. So I don't think that's gonna happen. They not finna let neither one of them fighters get in there with Jaron Ennis. Green Beans. Ball says Stanionis versus Butayev is going to be on the Spence versus Ugas undercard. Exactly. That's what I was hearing. So that fight ain't going to happen. Can't nobody come up with a viable name that can actually get not a name that's already finna fight, right? Not a name that has already suffered a bad loss in his last fight, even though we know that Mean Machine suffered a loss to Virgil Ortiz. He really the only other fighter I could think of. Virgil Ortiz, Sheena, he got a fight already coming up. He already signed to fight his next opponent. He got a fight coming up. So it's hard out here for Boots. Terence Crawford, he on the sideline looking, ain't got nothing to do, and know that Boots can't get no fight, and he don't want to give him no fight neither. I thought Terence Crawford was more. I thought that Bud was more kind than that. You know what I'm saying? I thought Bud had more heart than that. Oh shit. I don't know. I see can't nobody come up with an opponent that Boots can actually fight next. Hey, Hooker ain't gonna get in there. Maurice Hooker sick of losing. Dude said Crawley or Castile Clayton. That's the only I would like. I mean, Maurice Hooker sure ain't getting in there with Boots. Y'all forget that Maurice Hooker, he trains with Terence Bud Crawford. They in the same training camp. So ain't no way if Crawford ain't gonna get in the ring with Boots, Maurice Hooker sure ain't gonna get in the ring with Boots. Milwaukee, Ugas and Spence didn't take away that tournament. They didn't take away that tournament. That tournament's still going down. Ugas and Spence didn't take away that tournament. So yeah, Butayev, once again, Butayev and Stanionis are fighting each other on the Ugas undercard. So y'all keep saying Butayev, it's not happening. Josito Lopez, good one. J-Dog, Josito Lopez, that's a fighter that Boots can fight. Ray Robinson, that's another one, but I don't know when the last time Ray has fought. When was the last time that Ray Robinson fought? You can't. I'm trying to pull up Ray Robinson box rec, but you can't even pull his box rec up because it keep on giving you Sugar Ray Robinson. General Long said Ray Robinson moved to 154. I didn't know that. Oh yeah, you right, Dante Hall. Josito Lopez, he got a fight coming up. He got a fight versus Ramos coming up on the Thurman card. You right. So at the end of the day, ain't nobody that has a name that's really available to fight Boots. They either got a fight coming up already, that's already, they already in contract with a fight, or they just came off a devastating loss. John Kramer said Ray Robinson got a fight in February. Yeah, so it ain't really nobody for Boots to fight. So that leaves Terence Bud Crawford. Like my man Ricky Williams say, Terence Bud Crawford, stop hiding, come out, fight Jaron Boots Ennis, make the fight happen. Make the fight. Ain't nothing else for y'all to do. Let's get it popping. With that being said, y'all smash on my like button. Smash the like button. Before we leave out of here, smash on my like button. If you ain't hit the like, smash the like. Another great show. I appreciate everybody for coming through, showing love and support. And y'all already know. Until next time, there you go talking that boxing again. And I'm gone. I appreciate everybody.